not for sissies.
Hello, Mr. Robinson. Welcome to Konakeng. My name is Timela Salato.
Konakeng Lodge is situated on the banks of the Limpopo River. We arrived the afternoon before the ride started and spent a relaxing afternoon meeting the other riders.
Use one shirt the whole way. Oh, don't you know that?
No, we don't know that.
One pair of socks, one pair of shoes, one pair of underpants. You turn it this way, then you turn it that way.
You can wear them for 4 days and it's not the same position.
We've all heard of pre-ride jitters. That evening, we sat around the fire and each had the chance to voice our fears and expectations of the ride.
Yeah, the sand, I suppose.
I'm scared that he's breaking my bike.
Yeah, that's good news. I'm not on my bike.
I'm Craig, probably the sand, eh? Dave's also the same.
I'm Friedel. Realized too late your speed's too high into a corner.
Jan, I'm not scared of the sand, I'm scared of picking the bike up in the sand. It's gonna make me tired.
Benny, they're also the sand.
I'm Hendrik. I'm scared of having a flat without having anything to fix it. In the middle of nowhere.
I'm Billy. Yeah, I think falling over in the sand's my nemesis, but then yeah, we'll give it a good shot.
I'm Stuart. The sand for sure is my big concern. But you got to try it once.
I'm Danny. And I'm not scared of the sand.
Are you from me? No, sorry.
And I'm Gavin. I wish I didn't bring my bike after what I've heard.
I'm Bertus and I'm scared of people that's scared of sand.
Okay, well, the good news is, guys, there's no sand. We've made arrangements. And our people spoke to their people and they've sorted everything out for you, so there's no sand, yeah. The pans are basically, the center of the pans is hard and it's beautiful to ride on, but the edges of the pans are sandy. So you've got that sand bank to get on and off every time.
After Clinton gave us a brief of what we could expect, we retired for the night. Early the next morning, we trailered the bikes at 250 kilometers to Letlhakane, where they were offloaded.
Fantastic.
Not nervous?
Not at all. Looking forward to it.
This ride will determine whether you and I remain friends.
Looking forward to it. Bit nervous, but anyhow, we'll give it our best shot, eh?
I'm feeling fine. It was a nice trip in the car, but I'm be happy to get onto 2 wheels now. And let's see what they've all been talking about.
Absolutely. Doing it a second time, so let's see whether it works on smaller bikes nicer than last time.
Bit nervous about the sand, but I'm sure we're gonna have to figure it out in the next couple of hours. Looking forward.
Reg vir aksie, moeg kar gery, bietjie bike vallen op tel.
If we just take it easy, it'll be okay.
Yeah, actually more excited than I've been for a while, so I think it's going to be something different. Heard a lot about it.
Have you done this before?
Biking or pans?
Pans.
No.
Right now, yes. We're busy offloading, so get ready to go and ride.
I was booked for the trip 4 years ago. Couldn't manage it. And well, time has arrived. Looking forward to it tremendously.
Today we're doing about 15 kilometers tar, and then a small village by the name of Matsumo. We're leaving the tar road, and then we're onto the pan proper for about 150 kilometers. Yeah, so some talcum powder, lots of dust, beautiful scenery on the pans itself, and then once we're on the pan, we'll see Shimmy at the bivouac waiting for some ice cold beers, eh? Like this. There's the middle mannetjie like that. Okay.
Before leaving Letlhakane, Clinton gave us a rundown of the day's ride. He also gave us some tips on how to ride the sand. Any rider who did not listen would pay the price.
To try and ride the outside berms at times. Don't do that. You're lucky with the wind today, you stay out of the dust, eh? If you're in the dust, you will make an accident, I can promise you. If you're riding in someone's dust, you're either going to fall over him or you're going to make an accident. Also, do not ride too close to each other.
And then our adventure started. The temperature was now 40 degrees and climbing.
Still I hold back. I need some time. Keep my life on track. I know that look on your face, but there's something lucky about this place, and there's something good coming for you and me. Something good coming, it has to be. Now I'm thinking about mama, and about the kids, and the way we live, the things we did. As she never had a chance, never caught a break, and how we paid for our big mistakes. I know so well the look on your face, and there's something lucky about this place. There's something good coming just over the hill. Something good coming, I know it will.
To get to the pans, we rode through two types of sand. There was deep soft sand everywhere, but that was nothing compared to fresh. Fresh is like talcum powder. You can't see it until your bike starts to sink. This stuff is nasty and caught out many riders.
Wherever it goes, right in the river. Wherever it goes, I'm an honest man. Work's all I know. Take that away, don't know where to go, and I know that look that's on your face. There's something lucky about this place. There's something good coming for you and me. Something good coming, it has to be.
Our first sighting of the pans. It was lunchtime when we reached Kubu Island, and the temperature was now 42 degrees. Clinton gave us a bit of history, which made the visit even more interesting.
If you talk to the Botswana people, they will tell you that this is a place of worship for them, and a holy place, and they come here to pray for rain. So the Kavango Delta actually came in here, and then there was a plate shift in Angola, and that caused less water to come to Botswana, and basically the pan just... And I asked someone the other day, why is the pan salty? And the guy said to me, water always has salt in it. So as the water was busy moving back, it was leaving salt deposits. Yeah.
Then lunch was served. Before leaving Cuba Island, Clinton gave us another briefing. We were going to ride the Great Open Pans, spread out at least 500 meters, no sharp turns, and stay off the dark stuff. When the salt is dark, it is still wet and you'll sink. Do a sharp turn and you'll break the thin crust. You'll sink. With only a GPS to go by, we arrived at our bivouac. We parked our bikes on the island and settled down with some cold ones. The tents were laid out in the shape of a horseshoe, with a fire ready making hot water for the showers. There was one lonely tent set way out on the pans. When asked whose tent was that, Clinton answered with a question. Who amongst you snores? There was no show of hands.
It's been good, eh? It's been like it yesterday was challenging. Sand was tough. But yeah, it broke the ice. I fell once. Had a couple of near misses. A couple of big wobblies. How I stayed on, I don't know, but I think it's just luck, I think, more than talent. But we see how to go today, eh?
We ran out of talent yesterday and dropped the bike into another bike. Both of us fell down. And yeah, well, here we are. We had a great night last night and we're back on the bike again today. Hopefully it won't happen again.
Well, a family member of mine rode me over yesterday, so my arm is quite sore and my leg is quite sore, so I won't be riding today, but I'll be joining in a bakkie. But so far it's a nice trip.
After the first fall off, it improved. The part I didn't like was the pan, because it freaked me trying to stay in Clinton's tyre track, so I went pretty slowly on that, but the rest was great.
So far, it's like it's difficult. Let me just tell you. It's like ice. It's like soft ice, that bloody soft sand. Very difficult.
I don't know. Have to wait and see. The place is very unpredictable there. Stone in the hole and I. Ah, very cute. They've been with me for years.
As the temperature would again climb to 42 degrees, we were all grateful for the strong wind. It would also blow the dust away. After filling our tanks, we were back on the pans, heading for Chapman's Baobab.
Tired and lonely, still we stand on a road to nowhere. Trapped in a
Chapman's Baobab is the largest baobab tree in Botswana and is full of history. Besides using it as a local post office, it was also used by big game hunters to sight in their rifles.
on a
Then we moved on to Green's Baobab. Green's Baobab is fenced to keep the elephants out. Clinton again gave us some history about this large tree.
The two Greens brothers came through in 1858. Same story, they were on their way north, trekking, doing their thing, and they just came and said this is their thing. They did a lot of building of clinics and stuff. What I like about this tree, you can actually see it very clearly. Take a photo here. It says Greens Expedition 1858. 1858 or 85? 1858. It's quite nice.
Then it was time to tackle the 8-kilometer sand pit to Gweta. We struggled for hours in 42 degrees, with almost everyone having to pick their bikes up out of the sand.
Stu, yes, go.
Show what happened, bud.
Ran out of talent. He said to let them follow where the bike goes, and they did that, and they ended up following the bike all the way onto the deck.
See the nation through the people's eyes. See tears that flow like rivers from the sky, where it seems there are only borderlines, where others turn inside.
You're right, I'm fine. There you go. You're right, yes, it's you. I've never seen I fall and get up so far.
So scared he's going to get. You shall rise. There's disaster in your path, boundaries in your path. What do you desire when lifts you higher? You don't have to be extraordinary, just giving those who never heard your cries. You shall rise. You shall rise and look toward the skies. Where others fail, you'll prevail in time. You shall rise.
Comes the ones that sang better.
You shall rise. You shall rise. You shall rise. Sooner or later we must try living.
Then the Suzuki burnt his clutch and had to be loaded. In this heat, we took several stops for a breather. We finally reached Gweta Lodge at lunchtime. In between drinking gallons of water, a light lunch was served. We took advantage of the shade to cool off and to rehydrate before tackling the sandy journey back to our bivouac. Within 100 meters of the lodge, the pain started again. Lucky for some, there were some eager locals to help push the big bikes. By late afternoon, we were back on the Pans. The soft sand took many prisoners, so not all of us rode into camp that afternoon.
just try living.
Excellent. Lots of sand, not quite enough, but was a good start.
I lost count, maybe 3. No, actually 2.
You can only count up to 2. Is that what you say?
Good day out on the pans. Also went head over heels and over the handlebars. Went well. BMW made it. That's the main thing.
I was in a vehicle today, so I enjoyed the ride very much. We had air conditioning, and the sand didn't bother us that much.
Really enjoyed myself. And coming back on the pans just was the cherry on top. Cheers.
My ride was awesome. Very, very good. Just very, very tired. I think the last time I was so tired was in the army.
I had a half a ride. It was fun until my clutch burnt. The sand was hard, pretty challenging. But when my clutch went between me and you and the camera, I was quite happy. And then it was air conditioned all the way home.
It was really nice. I loved it. Hopped it a couple of times, as everybody did. But we had a real good time with the Connor King team. Shumi and Clinton and all the staff. Thanks a lot. It was an amazing experience. I would recommend this to anybody, and I'll definitely be back.
Today, dit was amazing. Dit was die bangste wat ek was in 8 kilometers op sand, maar dit was ongelooflik. Baie lekker. Vanoggend no falls. This afternoon about 7, lucky 7.
No, yeah, 3 and today 2. So it was going well. The sandy section I kind of got under control, then I got a bit tired, and then I think I had a loss, which was the 6th. And that one I fell on the left-hand side, which normally I fall on the right, and it broke the foot peg, so I couldn't ride anymore after that. So it was only a half day's ride today.
Yeah, it's a challenging ride, but it's lovely, beautiful backup. So it's the kind of riding where you can come figure out how your bike works and what doesn't work. So it's awesome. It's a place to come and learn how to ride this kind of sand. Had a couple of tumbles like everybody else, probably about 4 or 5, but no serious stuff, just dipping over in the sand, picking up the bike, fighting with yourself. That's it. It was a lovely ride, lovely place.
Today I had 2 falls. First one, not a problem. Second one, 101 k's into the ride, and that was my right shoulder gone. So thanks to all those people that picked my bike up and me up, and to the medical team. Yeah, pity I didn't finish the ride today. Join you guys. It's been a good one.
It was another tough day in the office.
Busy day.
But we enjoyed it.
I picked up all the broken bikes and all the broken people and the guys that gave up.
The war stories went way into the night and many beers were consumed. Some say they needed dehydration, while others used the alcohol as a painkiller. The next morning, the wind continued to blow. Some of us reflected on our experience so far.
What a ride. What dust. What sand. What roads. It was unbelievable. Very, very hard. I think we do things in life sometimes which is stupid. This was one of them. However, seeing the baobab trees, seeing this barren land, seeing these fans, that's to be remembered.
After breakfast, we started packing. The experience of the Pans and the friendships made will remain with the group for a long time. Then we're headed for Letlhakane. Just before Letlhakane, the convoy met up with the riders. You could see the heat had again taken its toll. At Letlakane, we loaded the bikes and traded to Kwanakeng Lodge, where the celebration started.
We were supposed to do this last night on the Pans, but unfortunately the weather didn't play with us. So this is a small certificate. I think it's R2.50 each, so please don't mess around. Have it framed nicely or use it as a chat-up line at the pub.
Yeah.
Don't just like throw it away, eh? Okay, you may not help. Okay, this is for Friedel.
Zo, mijn hand, skip mijn hand. Say, dank je wel.
Greg Eastman. This. Willie Thomas. Oom Boude, ek weet nie wie is Oom Boude.
Thank you very much.
Craig Taylor.
Yes, you even got the spelling right. Awesome.
Skitty comes on. Robert Wilson. Gavin is die cameraman. Stuart. I'm going Benny. Skitty comes on also. Okay, this is the Broken Sprocket Award and that goes to Billy. Yeah, Billy. Well done, Billy.
Clap.
That's it, that most improved rider, really. I saw him.
Serious.
I saw him at the beginning of the ride.
Very good.
And he was going flamingo style all the way through the first sand. And it's a unique flamingo because most of our flamingos goes one leg and then he went like
Well done, Greg.
And this is called the Running Out of Talent Award. And this goes to Stuart. The fish was just too much fish.
Yesterday, yeah.
This award I give to the first guy that asked me how far the sand is still further. This award. And that goes to Greg. Okay, now for the fun part of the evening. I think Friedel should have one for riding with Oak and a GS.
Just imagine what the experience that's going to be.
Cheers. And I think Jan should have one for not riding a KTM. Don't you just hate a guy that keeps throwing his nice tires in your face the whole day? I could my career threes, I could this. Okay, that is for the front tire. This is for Gavin. We'll keep filming for us and we keep falling.
Thank you.
I can't take any more.
And the drinks kept coming.
The average German tourist has white socks.
Friedel moet hy sy bike terugbring.
My bike terug. Let's go and walking out to be safe.
Probably be if you do. No, that stage we were pedaling.
Better one for me.
We're going to pass this bone now around.
The elephant bone, also known as the talking bone, gave everyone the opportunity to say what was on their mind.
What this trip has meant for you. We came on Africa Twins and he was on his 990 and we said never again, we're going to get 650s, and we bought KLRs and now we came again. And it was probably the best decision I've ever made.
One thing is for sure, I never want to see thick sand again on a bark.
I suppose an extension of Tez's thing, we came here instead of being defeated by the sand last time, we came here to spit at it. We half succeeded. I'm not to say thanks, but somebody gave us some sort of tips which fucking helped a great deal. Thank you very much.
My thankfulness goes towards you guys. It shows me I've got at least another 2 decades left of riding. And Danny was the one that said, I think last night or the night before, you said age has got nothing to do with it, and I believe in that.
And the other night I said I'm not scared of sand. Now I'm not so sure anymore. I've flopped over a few times.
I think just to say what Clinton was saying, all my friends and my mother keep on saying, I must I must start acting my age and I keep on reminding them I am.
Yeah, I must say Gavin's always been on to me about to do this trip, and I think a couple of years ago we paid our money and there wasn't enough takers, so the trip was cancelled. Which I'm sorry it didn't go ahead, I think it was a few years younger. But when we were coming at this time, they said, hey, put knobbies, you can ride, you'll handle it. But I must tell you, I've cocked that. And yeah, the sand got thicker and thicker, and I said to Clinton today, I think the sand beat me, It was one of those things I just couldn't maintain. I was quite happy deep down inside when the clutch cooked.
Honesty. Got the email from Clinton. I had to invite myself, but nonetheless, like usual. And I started thinking about this Quanokeng trip in Botswana and Makgadikgadi Pans.
When and where?
I thought, wow, miles and miles of flat road, no sand. Yeah, I'll have so much time to clear my mind and think about all the things I don't get time for. So we get to day one. We finish a bit of the serious technical sand part, and Clinton put it back, says, right guys, that was the sand of the day. So I thought, okay, now I can start getting my mind going. From there on, it's just sand all the way. And I've always wondered about this word meditation. I've never understood yoga and those type of people, but meditation apparently is that you don't think about anything except the moment you're in. So today, for the first time on the 30k tar stretch back to town, doing about 120, I sat down and then I realized now my mind's going back to the things I wanted to think of, work and all the stress things. And then I realized that, Quanokeng actually was meditation for me. All that I thought of the whole time was the sand, my bike, and where I'm going to land next.
True love has come to call. The type of man I thought was dead and gone. It's that sparrow, it's you I've come to see. 'Cause with you is where I want. Oh, with you, you take me higher. With you,